Hi friends, my name is Jenica Hill and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a new thing for me, so Hi friends, I'm Jenica Hill and welcome back to my channel, which is all about celebrating and embracing your full magical self. Because you, my friend, are magical. Welcome to this gorgeous spring day. I'm sitting in front of my door to the back parking lot of our building because it's so beautiful. I figured I would use some natural sunlight, and it's time for celebration. This week, I am going to talk about why I started this YouTube channel in the first place, and also celebrate 1,000 subscribers. What? Thank you so much. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't yet, please hit the little bell notification doohickey, I was gonna say. Oh no. The little bell notification symbol, because then you will be notified every Wednesday at 10 a.m. when I post a new video. I want to talk about why I started this YouTube channel in the first place. Partly so you can get to know me a little better, I guess, and also partly because I want to inspire anyone who is thinking about starting a YouTube channel to just go for it, because it's been a really positive experience for me so far overall, and I think that people should express their creativity. Let's just get into some of the reasons why I started this channel. First reason, well, I'm not going to rank the reasons because there isn't really a pecking order of reasons. They're all kind of in the same soup of reasons. When COVID first hit the US and people started freaking out around March, I knew myself very well. I'm an Enneagram 1. I don't know if you know about Enneagram, but look it up, find your number, it's very fun. It can also be a little time consuming. In Crisis, I'm a 4, so I get very hermity when I'm scared or not doing well or whatever. So when COVID hit and I knew we were all going to be quarantining and we didn't even know if the virus could, end up on mail packages or your groceries. So it was a much scarier time than I feel like now we understand it a bit more. Not that it's not a scary time, it still is. Just got my second vaccination dose though. Woo! So exciting. I digress. So when COVID first hit, I just let myself off the hook. I know a lot of people were like,
I'm going to be so productive during this time. I'm going to write a novel. I'm going to, brush up my website, whatever it was.
But I was like,
you know what? I'm just gonna work my work from home jobs, which I'm very thankful for, and make as much money as I can, and then just like read books and chill and let myself just be, because I don't want the pressure.
I didn't want the pressure. I couldn't handle the pressure. So I sort of just let myself take in a lot and absorb and ruminate and what's the word I always forget? I always want to say gestate, and but that's not the word I want to use. I don't remember. It's fine. I didn't have a lot of output going on. I wasn't creating anything. Well, I was writing, but I wasn't pushing myself to create things, okay? And I'm a creative person, so normally I am pushing myself to create things. But then in December of 2020, I felt like I had done so much thinking and so much self-work that I was ready to do some output, right? I felt like,
Okay, I have things to say. I have things to share.
and I didn't know how I was going to do that. And then a friend told me,
Oh, you should do a podcast. I would listen to your podcast.
I was like,
You know what? I think I want to do videos.
and I haven't really been a huge viewer of YouTube in the past. I would look up things that I was curious about, things I wanted to learn about for sure, but I didn't really follow a lot of lifestyle vloggers or anything. I remember seeing a few and being like, that's really cool, and then just sort of forgetting about it. But I had this idea. I could start a YouTube channel. I did it because I wanted a creative outlet for myself. I wanted to do something that didn't require any sort of collaboration because we were still in COVID times and it's not safe to be in the room with people who aren't in your household. I knew my partner would not help me with this venture, which is fine. So I wanted to find something that I could do all by myself, and this was it. I already knew how to edit through iMovie, but I looked up a whole bunch of videos about how to start a YouTube channel and kind of just like figured out my vibe. And then another big reason I wanted to start this channel was to put out a bunch of bi positivity and bi visibility, especially for folks who are bi and married, because I had been discovering this about myself and dealing with all the feelings that came with it for the past 3 years, and I felt really solid in it. I felt like my partner and I had really come to a good place with it, so I really wanted to talk about that. I also wanted to come out as bi publicly because I hadn't done that yet. So I thought YouTube would be a really insane and big way to do it. So that's what I did. And then also, I feel like the majority of why I wanted to start a YouTube channel was because when I am worried about something or I feel kind of alone in something, I look it up on the internet and then I find people who've gone through the same thing. Like, when you are looking for a symptom you're having health-wise and you start typing it in and it fills it out on Google and you're like,
Oh, other people search this too. I'm not alone.
it just feels so soothing. It's kind of like that. So I know when I discovered I was bi, I looked up so many questions on the internet and I found YouTubers and people who had blogged and were on Instagram. When I grew up my armpit hair, I found people who were body hair positivity folks online, and all of that was so helpful for me. So I wanted to be a voice for people who felt alone, and maybe they could relate to me, maybe not, and that's not my business. Okay, so let me tell you a couple reasons that did not cross my mind in terms of starting a YouTube channel. Well, they crossed my mind, but these were not my reasons. So I didn't start a YouTube channel to get famous. I did not start a YouTube channel to make money because personally, I just know how many people are on YouTube, and I was like,
There's no way my videos are going to get seen by enough people that I can make money YouTubing. It's really for me.
I did it for me. And I did it for other people who might find it helpful. I thought, if I can help one person feel less alone and feel connected to someone when they're in a place of fear or feeling just lost, then that will be worth all of it. So that's why I started my YouTube channel. Now, of course, let's be frank, I'm also an actor, so I was like, having my face out there is never a bad thing, right? As long as it's not terrible, which I had tons of fears about. I think I'm gonna make different videos about starting a YouTube channel, like tips I have and fears I had and things like that, because I don't want to cram it all into one video. I just wanted to celebrate today because so I just hit 1,000 subscribers, and while I know that is not the YouTube star version of awesome, I don't know, I am so tickled that 1,000 people give a shit enough to subscribe to my channel. Something that I'm dealing with right now is that one of my videos got a ton of views, which was very surprising to me. And then people have watched that video, but then they're not watching some of my other videos. So I have a request for you, which is please go and watch some of my other videos if you have time, because they are sad and alone. And if you watch them and you don't really like them, I would love to know why so I can make better videos, Let's now transition into the inspiration part of this video, which is why I think you should start a YouTube video if you are thinking about it. First of all, I want to give a quick shout out to Kelly Stamps because she is one of the first people I started watching on YouTube when I wasn't sure if I should start a channel, and she had a video about start a YouTube channel, just do it. She really inspired me to start one because I was like, this girl is just living her life and doing her thing and started a YouTube channel. Did I think I would be famous like Kelly Stamps immediately? No. But it really inspired me, and I was like,
oh, I can just be myself and start a YouTube channel, and if nobody watches it, so be it. It will be something that I accomplished on my own and got to, express my creativity.
I'm gonna give you the same advice. If you have been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, do it. Just start. Like, think about what you want to talk about. Of course, make sure you have some good equipment. That's a tough one. But even if you don't, maybe just start, and then your videos will get better as you can get new equipment and you save up. I was lucky I had savings for this kind of thing, partly because I'm an actor and I needed a new camera anyway, so I just kind of invested in the setup and I got a good camera, a Canon EOS Mark II mirrorless, I believe, yes. And I got a tripod and all of that. I did the thing because I was like, you know what, if I'm going to do this, let's just do it, and I'll have a new camera anyway. But even if you can't afford all new equipment, just use your phone or something and start a channel because you're worth it. And if you think you have something to say, I guarantee you that there's somebody in the universe of YouTube who is looking for your content and will find you and be like,
where have you been all my life?
there is someone. Even if you don't think you'll be famous or you'll get a bunch of subscribers, who cares? Honestly, who cares? If you want to make content and you feel like you have something to say, please do it, because we don't know what kind of representation you will bring to YouTube that wasn't there before. And now I know there are some badass creators on here who are representing underrepresented communities, like BIPOC creators, LGBTQ+ creators, including myself. I think let's get more bi creators on here. Let's get all the creators on here so that we have so much representation, that everyone feels seen and heard. What a beautiful day that will be. If you have any questions about what it's been like for me to do a YouTube channel, it's definitely not always easy. Today's video is about being bisexual and married. I found out that I was bisexual after I'd been married. Ooh, wow, I really gotta plan this out. It's definitely not always fun, but I'm happy to answer those questions. Please let me know in the comments if there's any content that you want to see that you haven't seen and that you know I could bring. If you want me to do a video on my equipment or my editing style or anything like that, I'm happy to do that. That will be a learning curve for me, but please let me know what you want to see and let me know what kind of topics you want to hear about, because for those 1,000 subscribers, I would love to make content that you want to see and also that makes me happy. I mean, I'm not going to just do what you want me to do, obviously. Let's have a dialogue because I really like responding to comments, and if you've commented, you know that I will respond to you, at least right now. I hope this wasn't too rambly, but if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Thank you so much for watching. Please go check out some of my other videos, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. And as always, please go out and be your full magical self today, because the world needs you just as you are. Bye. See you next week. Mwah.